How you doing, guys? Welcome in. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying episode 2 of the Gamer's Edge podcast, featuring, of course, Bo, aka Rambo. Right now, we've got something special for you with episode 1 of the Gamer's Edge Spotlight. And joining me today on this honorary episode, I've got MilkyNades with me. How we doing today?
What's up? How we doing, guys?
Well, I
Thank you for
do
having me.
not a problem at all. Thank you for being on. This first part, man, I'm just going to completely open it up to you and let you introduce yourself and let you introduce the org, the Milky Militia.
Yeah, thank you. I'm MilkyNades. I'm the leader of the Milky Militia. We run some esports teams, specifically in Rocket League. So if anybody's looking to get into some amateur Rocket League, definitely let us know. And if you're just a casual gamer, feel free to stop by our Discord, come hang out. We definitely have a place for everybody to hang out. So friendly environment over here.
Now, you're not just some Rocket League org. I mean, you've got some skins on the wall already, including an undefeated season, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Two championships, and one of them was with an undefeated season. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Hopefully, gonna be continuing on. I believe you're gonna be looking into a new league as well this year, correct?
Yeah, we will be towards the end of this year. So I don't think we're going to be jumping in quite yet in the fall, but we're definitely looking to head over in the winter. It's BLC BLC. I don't know the acronyms. I'm bad with
Uh,
acronyms.
Blackline.
BLCS, Black Line Championship Series. Yeah.
Shout out to those guys as well, putting on a great league as well. I've had the pleasure of being involved with some of their stuff, so shout out to those guys as well. But back to the Milky Militia. What, of course, made you decide that you wanted to go ahead up and start an organization?
Yeah, so it started, I guess, even pre Milky Militia. So, back in 2017, I mean, I've gamed forever. I've always been competitive when it came to gaming, competing in COD and such. In 2017, we tried to create a Fortnite organization, and it didn't go like badly, but it was a big learning experience for me and the other people that were involved with it. After that experience, I kind of went more towards content creation. I was focusing more on I was competing in COD a little bit still, but I was focusing a lot more on building my stream, building my Instagram, my TikTok, and really just building a community inside of our Discord. And then from there, I got into Rocket League. So I was a late bloomer in Rocket League. I didn't get into Rocket League till like 2019. So once I got into Rocket League, I quickly got into the competitive scene of Rocket League thanks to Sergeant Dexter Griff, and he got us into IGL. And after our first season in IGL, we decided that we wanted to start building some rosters in Rocket League, and it's really been this giant snowball effect ever since then, where now we have about 8 rosters competing in just Rocket League. We've dabbled a little bit in Valorant here and there. Like you said before, we now have 2 championships under our belt in 2 separate leagues. So it's pretty cool. I think we're doing a really good job focusing on the amateur scene and definitely taking those steps towards the pro scene. We're definitely in our infancy of trying to, reach that, but we dabbled a little bit this year. So it's been a big year for us, I think, this year specifically.
Hey, it all has to start somewhere. I mean, just look at Moist Esports. It all started with one guy, and now they're competing on the grand stage.
Yeah.
So you just got to keep your nose to the grindstone and have that faith that it'll come. But you did say that you kind of started somewhat in that Fortnite scene, and you yourself, a former Call of Duty competitor. Are we gonna see Militia venture off into shooters?
I would love to in the future. Right now, I'm gonna say probably not. Like I said, we dabbled in Valorant. I think Valorant would actually be my most preferred shooter to get into at this moment. I will always have a burning love for Call of Duty, but it is such a love-hate relationship. I think Call of Duty is past its prime, unfortunately, and the passion that I have for it now is not the same passion that I had for it back then. So Rocket League has been a truly like arms open, welcoming community to me and our Milky Militia community. So I've definitely enjoyed planting my roots down here and trying to build our foundation in Rocket League. You never know. We might see some other games down the line, but for now, we're
Halo,
definitely focused in
Halo.
Rocket League. I don't know. I was never a Halo guy, to be
Oh
honest.
no.
Even back in the day. So funny enough, I've always been Xbox. Like I'm team Xbox, bro. I played PS2 was like my last PlayStation. But yeah, I was never a big Halo guy. I have always just been Call of Duty. My first, like my very own Xbox, not having to share with my father. I got my first Xbox 360 right around when Call of Duty World at War came out. So I was grinding zombies, man. That was Call of Duty was like my whole like childhood.
All I'm gonna say is, hey, Halo has the grassroots movement. Elevate Halo has been pushing that, and they have the open tournament to where anybody can go to the majors and compete. So it's a
That's
little
pretty
bit easier to
interesting.
get into that than
Yeah,
in say
COD's
Call of
tough with the
Duty.
franchising.
Yeah, yeah. That I think that's one of the things I've spoke about it, of course, with other guests as well, and definitely speaking of other guests, check out. Of course, episode 3 is going to be having Status Quo CEO Flamesword. And then further down the line, we're going to be having the man that was able to call the Rocket League World Championships, Spaceman. Sean Rogers is going to be a guest as well. And he and I get into the state of Call of Duty and the state of the esports bubble. So we'll dive further into that and maybe be having you back on after that episode to kind of get
That's
your take
sweet.
on it. Uh, because
I'd be
this is going to
honored.
kind of dive into something that not a lot of people know. You actually have a background in finance as well. So is this another reason to go with, per se, Rocket League compared to Call of Duty, to where the challenger scene and everything like that, it's almost like a pay to play kind of thing. You got to really put out some money to get some of the top talent in order to grind out challengers. Or with Rocket League, you're able to just build a community, build a camaraderie with guys, and go out there and win. So, do you want to speak on that a little bit and also kind of touch base
Yeah.
on your background?
Yeah, I totally feel like we have more of an opportunity in Rocket League to build that homegrown talent. Call of Duty, you could definitely find a needle in a haystack and find a good 5-man squad, or was it 4-man? I don't even remember what they play anymore, but find a good squad that can carry you through. But yeah, no, you really got to shovel out a good chunk of change to get in the pro scene in Call of Duty. Not that it's cheap to get into Rocket League by any means. Let me tell you, I've definitely dove into it, and it is still a good expense to, you know, fund a pro team. But I really think it's something that we could do homegrown, and I would much rather, I'd feel much better about shelling out that money that I don't have to fund a homegrown team that I know they're here for the right reasons. They're here for the militia. And it's not just a paycheck. I want guys that are going to win a championship to have fun. Obviously, when you're at that level, a paycheck comes with that. But we're really here for true gamers at heart that are looking to have the best gaming experience that they can. It's kind of why we've always been very big on letting the casual player transition over to the amateur scene. That's been like our big thing now, and hopefully we will be able to take those opportunities over into the pro scene eventually. Um, but yeah, I would love to have a Call of Duty team. Trust me, I would love to get a franchise in Call of Duty or just figure out how to work my way in there. But I think Rocket League has just been a lot more welcoming to me, a lot more warm to our community. So I think this is definitely where our focus is going to be for quite some time, at least.
Gotcha. Now, of course, like I said, you do have a background in financial
Hmm.
as well, and I may have to cut this one out because I don't know if it's public knowledge yet.
No, go for it.
Uh, but you as well have been working on a sponsorship for Milky Militia and everything like
Yep.
that. Are you able
Um,
to kind of speak on that yet, or
yeah,
can't
I've
put the cat out of the
definitely.
bag yet?
Yeah, we can let the cat out of the bag. I don't think I've actually said anything truly public yet. We've made a couple. I think I've talked to some people in our Discord, some of like our main admin and stuff like that. But I don't think I've quite actually put anything in our announcements or general chat or posted anything on Twitter yet. But I'm definitely happy to let the cat out of the bag right now. We did land our very first sponsorship with Glitch Energy. That's pretty big for us. Like we've been working towards building these relationships with other brands, and Glitch I think is a phenomenal brand for us to be building a relationship with. Um, I was I It was very important to me to find a drink that I didn't think was trash. So I do have respect for a lot of other gaming drinks, energy drinks, things like that. But I like that Glitch offers their energy line, and they also offer a hydration line, and they also offer supplements. So they're, I think they're a really good alternative to things like, I'm not going to drop any names. They're a really good alternative to some of those energy drinks that you would see in the stores. There's zero sugar in it. It's vegan free, GMO free, all that. So yeah, I'm very happy to land that sponsorship. Definitely check them out, glitch.com. I use code MilkyMilitia to get 20% off. So thank you very much for asking.
There we go. You hear it here first, guys. Code Milky Militia at checkout. Go and get that 20% off. Uh, Now, of course, we're talking about homegrown. I want to touch on possible MVP. Uh, How did you find West Coast Cinco and some of the other guys on the roster?
Cinco has been a huge help in the militia. So huge shout out to Cinco. I don't think he gets enough props when I'm talking about people, but Cinco is probably like my number one guy. He is absolutely my side man. Anything that I do in the militia, I always run it by him just to run it by another mind. And he comes up with some great ideas for us. He helps out in the Discord. He's the best mod. Like I could not thank Cinco enough. Absolutely, he's a dog. Um, it's horrible. I actually don't know the like true story of how I met Cinco. I want to say it was in the Rocket League era. So he definitely was I don't think I knew him when I was playing Fortnite. I definitely met him when I was playing Rocket League. He probably came around when we were doing tournaments, I would say. So we were hosting Friday night tournaments a lot. Not last year, but the year before. So 2021, we were hosting Friday night tournaments for like 6 months straight. And I think that's where he came in. And ever since, he's just been like the best personality to have in the Discord. And he quickly became somebody that I knew was going to be a huge help to me. And he, threw a hand out, and I absolutely was happy to have him help out. So he's been our number one mod. He's been huge when it comes to, promoting us, huge when it comes to recruiting for us. So yeah, he also has 2 championships under his belt. Actually, he's the only one with both championships under his belt.
Nice.
He has a championship in Skyward Series in twos with Jez, and he also has a championship in AGL, the undefeated season with the Milkmen, me, Cat, and Mortal Snacks. And
Nice.
Jez was also on that team.
Shout out to everyone on those squads, Big Cat and everybody. Now, if I am that casual guy sitting down
Mhm.
watching this right now, what's your pitch to me to get me to come join your Discord and just kind of hang out and vibe out with the Milky Militia?
I promise you, I don't need to make a pitch. Just click the link and come hang out with us. If you come into our Discord, you're gonna immediately see why we're different than all these other amateur leagues. You're gonna see our general chat. We're always talking in general chat every single day, whether it just be a short thing and somebody saying "What's up? Hey, how's it going?" Somebody's always talking in general chat, and then also there's always somebody playing. So whether you're on an esports team and you're looking to scrim or find some people to play with, you can. Even if you're not on an esports team, if you go into our Rocket League channel or you go and look in, who's playing at what time, go into our VCs, like our Discord is active, and it's not just active for esports members, it's active for community members. We're a community first that built esports teams off of our community. We're not an esports team that is building a community. So, when you come hang out with us, you're gonna definitely be entertained, whether it be watching our matches, playing in our game nights, participating in giveaways, playing in Rocket League scrims with the esports guys. Like there's always something to do. And I definitely pride ourselves on being an entertaining group and a fun group to hang out with. I think the negative people tend to weed themselves out, where the cool people, the chill people, anybody that wants to hang out, just have a good time, play video games, they usually tend to stay and have a good time. So
Well, my last question is, I'm always seen wearing my hat backwards. Where do we go to try and scoop up some Milky Militia gear?
so Milky Militia gear, there's 2 spots. So if you want some official Milky Militia gear, you got to go to arma.gg. You can go to their team section, and we have a team catalog on arma.gg. Again, use code Milky Militia to save 10% off at the Arma store. You'll be able to find our team jerseys, our official sweatshirts, um, joggers, which are the best joggers I've ever worn in my life. I will say that till I die. T-shirts, sweatshirts, And if you guys want to shout out, like help me out myself, MilkyNades, we do have a MilkyNades store. If you go on to my Instagram, I believe it's linked to my bio in there. It is a Stream Element store, and in that store, you'll be able to find these Milky Militia hats. You'll be able to find Milky Militia beanies. You'll be able to find Be Better shirts. So there is still some Milky Militia, old school Milky Militia gear in my personal shop. But if you really want the official gear, arma.gg, that's where
Gotcha.
you're going to find it.
Well, go show them some love, guys. Also, make sure you follow them on Instagram at Milky Militia as well. That way you can stay up to date on any matches or anything that's going on with them. Jump in their Discord. They also show the events inside there. So thank you so much again for coming on and doing this Gamer's Edge Spotlight with me. Episode 1 in the books.
Heyo.
Again, guys, thank y'all guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out episode 3 coming out soon featuring Flame Sword. If you've not gone and watched episode 1 featuring Rain Day or episode 2 featuring Rambo, please do so. And as always, hit that follow, hit that subscribe. But until next time, guys, peace.